Hey y'all, it's Jasmine again, and I'm so happy that you're here. As you can tell, we're doing something a little different. We're in the car today. I finally got car mounts. More details coming on that soon, but I just wanted to do this video in the car since I'm talking about music. This is where I listen to a good amount of my music. I also have some Dunkin' with me. It's a medium iced coffee, 2 brown sugar cookie syrups, 2 stevia, 3 cream, and cookie butter cold foam. Y'all know on Mondays up until the 18th, I believe, December 18th, they are giving away free iced coffee with a purchase. And so I usually do hash browns. You can do the munchkins, whatever you think is going to work best for you. But this is really good. As you can see, I don't drink it down, and that don't usually happen with Dunkin'. So y'all see me drinking that during the video. I'll also be looking down at my iPad just to see what was on my top 5, just to remember it. For those of you who don't know what Apple Music Replay is, it's where it breaks down your top artists, your top songs, your top albums, and more. It even also has how many minutes and hours you've listened to music throughout the year. And so it just recaps that for you. And it also even creates a playlist for you. And so I think that everyone should do this just to see, you know, what the snapshot of their music is throughout the year, because I feel like it also gives a very good depiction of what type of year you had. And number 1 is house fires. And for those who don't know who house fires are, they're kind of similar to Maverick City, but I say they're a softer version of them. And along with that, one of the songs that's in my top songs as well, my top 5 songs, is If I Could Have Anything, which is featuring Aja Walls, who's from the Walls group. Amazing gospel group. But y'all, that song has gotten me through so much this year. You'll find these songs also in my description, whether it's through a playlist or if I just decide to link it, whatever I decide. But that song has gotten me through so much. In the song, she's just saying, if I could have anything, let it be your eyes on me. And she just keeps on going through the different things. If she could have anything, let her be an offering. And so like that song moved me so much. I've endured what I've had to push through. That song is top tier, and it is, the group is my number 1, and the song is my number 2, song wise. Number 2, coming in number 2, and there should be no reason why people are confused about why he's number 2. Ty Tribbett. He is a staple in the gospel community, and ever since I saw him this year in October at the gospel concert, amazing performer. If he has a show by himself as him being the headliner, I am going to see him, because he is that guy. He's amazing. And the song that comes in as number 1, that's his, is Only One Night Though. And me and my mom love this song. It is such a powerful song. You will be jumping up and down. You will cry. You will be screaming. You will go through all the emotions on the emotion wheel. You're going to go through all of those. It's so amazing. And once you really listen to it, man, it really speaks to you. And that song is just really saying, we've made do it for a night, only one night though. And that's what he's saying. And he adds in some verses to it. But y'all, that song really helped push me through things that I didn't think I was going to be able to make it through. That song really spoke to me on a whole nother level. And y'all, if you don't take anything from this video, just go listen to that song, because top tier. And that came in number 2. Number 3, artist, again, Drake. Now I know y'all like, Drake?
Drake?
You got this gospel music and then you got Drake. Yes, because I'm multi-dimensional when it comes to music. I will listen to country, rap, R&B, all the things. And so I'm definitely multi-dimensional when it comes to that. And Drake came in number 3. You might be asking why. Well, because we know Drake went on tour this year. And I was hoping and praying that I was going to go to his tour. But I never did. The tickets were way too expensive. So I just didn't. But I was hyping myself up to go, because I was like, man, Drake is that guy. He got all these hits. I started going through like Miss Me. All his like throwback songs. I Better Find Your Love. I was laughing when I was thinking about that song, because that's a song that me and my brother really love. I remember we would be getting ready for summer camp in the morning, and you know, VH1 and MTV have the video stations, and so that's one of the songs that would come on video, and we would just be singing, I better find your loving, I better find your loving. Like, we would just be singing it in front of my grandma's TV in her room after we got ready. After we waiting for somebody to take us to summer camp, and that would be the song that we would jam to. So Drake's music holds so many memories for me, and I think that's why I was so excited to go. Not this year, maybe next year, because he is going on tour with J. Cole, one of the greatest of our times. We can debate that in the comments. But Drake, like I said, he was my number 3 artist. The song that came into my top 5 from him is Treacherous Twins. Now I laughed at it because I was like, Treacherous Twins? I kind of caught on to that new album very last minute. When it comes to artists that I like for everyone else to listen to it, and then I listen to it afterwards. And so Treacherous Twins was that song for me. It's a really good workout song. Like, you my treacherous little twin, and you know that we locked in. Like, it hits different. And I just started thinking about my friends. I just started thinking about, you know, the people I really care about when I sing that song, and just how we really locked in like this. Like, we really in the cut. We be vibing. For real. So that's why I get hyped to that song. All right, number 4. My number 4 artist is Kirk Franklin. So none of Kirk Franklin's songs actually made it into my top songs, but honorable mention is Imagine Me, because after I went to the concert in October, I heard that song there and I saw the lyrics on the screen, and I was like, wow, this song is literally like a love letter from God to us. Like, I remember it said something like, imagine me, like seeing myself the way you see me type of thing. Like, that's basically what it was saying. I was like, man, like, imagine what life would be like if we really saw ourselves the way God saw us. Imagine what life would be like if we really held that in our heart. Imagine the stuff that you wouldn't put up with. If you really knew how much God loved you and how much he cared for you and what he has set for your future, the plans that he has to prosper you, you wouldn't put up with a whole bunch of this stuff. You won't put up with all this mess that we be putting up with. You wouldn't deal with it. You wouldn't stress yourself out. You wouldn't be anxious. Just think about all that stuff. And that song really makes you want to level up, like, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And so that's the honorable mention for Kirk Franklin. But Kirk Franklin is another gospel staple. And so I definitely understand why he's number 4, because you can listen to so many songs and Kirk Franklin is in them, linked to them. Somehow Kirk Franklin is going to be in there, especially with gospel music. My number 5 artist is Maverick City. None of their songs actually made it to my top 5, but Evidence is up there. And so with Evidence, Naomi Rain she's featured up there, of course. And I love that song too, Evidence, because it in the beginning it says, she's like, you've got evidence, you're the living proof that I keep promises. And so when she's saying that, she's saying it from God's point of view. So she was saying that God was talking to her, and then he said that to her, like, you've got evidence, Naomi, you're the living proof. And so I started thinking about it on a personal level, like, I'm the evidence, like, we're the evidence, you're the evidence, you the evidence, like, God is giving out evidence like Oprah. And so I love that song, just because when you don't see it, you got to remember that you are the evidence, you are the hope. So yeah, that helped keep me motivated. And so no specific Maverick Cities made it to my top 5, but the song where she's leading, it did make it to number 4. Coming in at number 3, this is the last song, was All Over Again, Flow, I believe is what it's called, and that's also with House Fires. It's led by a guy named Ryan Ellis, who's an amazing artist. But All Over Again, it's just a beautiful song. It's like a beautiful, like, worship medley that you really can just start off, like, if you want to worship God, or you just want to, you know, before you pray, or just ride it in the car. It's very, like, nice, mellow music, and I love that song. And I honestly played that song so much, so I'm not surprised that came in as number 3 on my Apple Music replay. All right, y'all, we jumping into top albums. And this is interesting. Why is it interesting? Because, girl, I don't even know how Apple really went through all this. Number one, and I'm not surprised by my number one top album, it is To Be Eaten Alive by Mariah the Scientist. And as my girl already said, she wants to be in the alternative R&B section. You know, the alternative R&B genre. And so that's what we're going to put her in. I feel like along with her, though, who's also in the alternative R&B genre, is Summer Walker, SZA, Ari Lennox. I feel like all those girls also fit there. So honestly, she might have done something with wanting that to be a genre. So definitely To Be Eaten Alive. And honestly, that has been my song of the end of the year. I played it front to back, up and down, round and round. Like, Mariah the Scientist is that girl. My favorite song on her album is From a Woman and About Mine. And Lovesick. And 77 Degrees. And see, the whole album just eats. She is going on tour next year. She sold out. You know, because she's kind of a smaller artist, they put her in smaller areas, and all the areas near me are pretty much sold out, or the resellers are selling them for way too much. And then it's standing room only. I don't want to be in standing room only. I like to have a seat when I want to. So I wasn't really feeling that. So honestly, we're just going to enjoy Concert Jasmine in the car. The 2 album, y'all, is High School Musical 2. The best High School Musical. The best Disney movie. The best. Okay? That's the best. I don't know how it got in my top albums, but I know that I listened to it. It is on my Caucasity playlist, is what I like to call it. My white girl playlist, where I have all my country and all that stuff, like Miley Cyrus, Casey McGrave, all those people is up there. Tennessee Whiskey, all that is on that. And so that's when I do listen to High School Musical, and when I'm with my sister, because she loves High School Musical just as much as I do. So she get it from her sister. A little fun fact of High School Musical is I was in High School Musical play when I was in 12th grade. It was the first one, so it wasn't my ideal one. But yeah, it was a really cool experience, and I would love to get back into plays more. I really would love to do a play, but I can't seem to find a play that I actually want to do. I know they're doing Color Purple, but that's not a play I want to be in. I definitely love to watch it, but it's not a play I want to be in. And in High School Musical, the play, when I was in it, I was just kind of like a background person. I did try out to be Monique, or her real name was Taylor, the black girl. I was her understudy, so I did get to play her role one time, and that was a really good experience. I was nervous, and I didn't miss a line until the very end, but the guy who was playing Corbin, her love interest, he had done plays for a long time, so he swooped in and helped me, and I don't think anyone even realized it. So I really did enjoy that play experience, and I would love to get into it and do another play / musical type of thing. Number 3 is Love Love by Mod the God. Y'all don't know who Mod the God is. He is Clarence NYC's best friend, and you know Clarence is with Queen Naija, so for reference. But his music does speak for itself. He don't have to be linked to anybody. I don't know how that made that, because that wasn't really an album, it was a single, but I love that song. I seen it go viral on TikTok, and I fell in love with it then. Number 4 album is Confessions. Y'all know who that's by. I don't even gotta say it. It's by the king of R&B, Usher, baby, Usher Raymond. Usher. Y'all know how he be saying that in one of his songs. But anyways, okay, y'all, let me see if I can do the Usher challenge. Yeah. Y'all rate my Usher challenge. It was alright. My love for Usher is deep, honey, because, alright, my phone overheated, y'all, so let me jump back in. Usher is self-explanatory. I love the Confessions album so much. A little story time about the Confessions album and why it means so much to me is, my first car, I got it in 12th grade. It was handed down to me from my grandmother. She had got a new car, so I got that one. And it had a CD player. It didn't have aux cord, Apple CarPlay, none of that stuff. And so I was like, man, what am I going to do? And I tried to figure out so much stuff, but I just ended up getting CDs. They were still out then. That was 2017. So that's crazy to think it really wasn't that long ago. 2016, 2017. And so I would get these CDs from City Trends, because City Trends had really cheap CDs because I was working at Route 21. I wasn't getting paid that much. I was probably getting paid $7.50 an hour. And yeah, I honestly just needed money to put gas in my car, maybe get some little clothes if I wanted to, and get me some food if me and my friends went out to eat, type of thing. I would go to City Trends and get the CDs. They had that one. I can't remember my other ones, but they had that Confessions, and I don't even know what made me get it, but I got it, and honey, I played that thing down till it was skipping. So I know that album from front to back as well. Another album that I got on CD from that was Solange, A Seat at the Table. I love that album too. I wish I still had those CDs, but the car had gave out on me, honey. She didn't have nothing left to give. She was fighting from 2007 to about 2018, so she had a long life. I think I named her Chrissy. So Chrissy, she just was laid to rest, you know. And we had her funeral service that day when I was on the side of the road coming back from school one time. So yeah, that's the story about CDs and my love for Confessions. My last album is How to Start a House Fire, which is the one I was talking about as my top artist and all the worship songs that I listened to through them. To end this out, I did want to tell y'all about how much music I listen to. And when I looked at it, it said 10,000 minutes, which when I broke it down is not a lot. 10,000 minutes is 167 hours, about 167 hours because I rounded it. And then it's about 7 days. So 7 days of music within a year. It's really not that much. I really don't like music that much. So that's why it's so low. Now, if they had a replay for YouTube, oh baby, we'd be in business. I honestly would be kind of nervous to see what it says because I'm just a YouTube girl. I'm so glad that you all stayed with me to the end and watched this video. If you're curious about Apple Music CarPlay, what? With that being said, I did want to give y'all a quick spiel about Vlogmas for me. So Vlogmas for me looks very different because I haven't done a whole bunch of decorating and all that stuff. I just haven't felt led to. And so I'm creating my own way of how I can do Vlogmas. So I hope y'all stay tuned for more videos that I decide to do. I pray that you all have a prosperous the rest of 2023, and I pray that 2024 is even more for you. But don't fret, y'all, because I will see y'all some more. Stay blessed and highly favored.